Alrighty, Strange New Worlds episode 5 time. This week's episode is called Spock Amok, and I know that the cast members have been sort of teasing that this is going to be a little bit more of a lighthearted episode, because last week's episode was obviously extremely dark and violent and a bit disturbing, so we're going to take it back this week and have a bit more fun. And I know we're going to be focusing on Spock and T'Pring, who we really only got to see in the first episode, and we're coming back now 4 episodes later to sort of explore their relationship more, which is exciting because I love the actress who's playing T'Pring, and they have great chemistry that we've seen so far. But I'm very excited, so let's get into it. All right, straight to Vulcan. I've seen this scene in, they released this scene early last week. It's literally the prop straight out of TOS. I love it.
Your ears. Your human.
The music is straight out of TOS. They just use the exact same tracks. It's so good.
What would you know of logic? You are a human. I plan to spend most of my time here with my fiancée, T'Pring, who has arranged to join me.
I still can't get over how good the sets look.
Now I understand.
I have not forgotten that during our last time together, it was your duty that interrupted us.
The Rongovian Protectorate.
Hey, Bob April.
Small, but it's the fastest route to the other side of the Beta Quadrant, but without safe
Oh, that
passage.
green command wrap looks really good.
I've only been able to make inroads with them before. Well, if I'd known you were coming early, I could have cooked you up an Earth specialty.
Do the security things.
Yes, thank you, Lon. We're good. We shall sit and talk. Oh, okay. I guess,
They look very Orville-ish.
Oh, good. I was worried you might show up in a silly hat.
Yeah, I was gonna.
He could have at least taken off his uniform.
I'll fly fishing.
Warming to it.
Music is great.
Lieutenant Ortegas.
The nickname.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Where fun goes to die. It's stupid. The yeomen don't know what they're talking about.
Energize. I do not doubt your duty's importance. Yet we agreed this time would be for us. We may ultimately find ourselves incompatible.
Oh, come on, don't say that to T'Pring.
Prepare for your important work.
Oh, shit. Oh. Damn it, Spock.
You look hot. Like, fire hot.
Thank you.
Yes, she does.
What about me?
As a senior officer, I don't get to be part of the crew anymore.
Oh, no, that's not because you're a senior officer. It's because you terrify people. That's a compliment.
I'm your backup.
People are idiots. You're fun.
This is such a great episode already. Oh, I love how those phasers look. Oh, they look so good.
Don't you?
Hey, a Bolian.
We're crew. You told her you were going to be home for dinner, and then you weren't.
I found myself in an impossible circumstance where I was unable to reconcile my many different.
You're supposed to put her ahead of your duties. That's what being in a relationship is. It's mutual sacrifice.
Sharp teeth.
I hope Decro did not repeat the mistake again.
I love how Ethan Peck just like sneaks in some smiles as Spock. He's so good.
Humans are almost as easy to tease as Vulcans.
And I can see why Nurse Chapel starts to have the hots for him.
I have failed to see your point of view. This will change that. I will hear your innermost thoughts, and you mine.
Solim, somnage, et survalum.
Something is wrong. Things have not returned to as they should be.
They're in each other's bodies.
This was not meant to happen. How do we switch back?
I do not know.
Oh, they're doing such a good job playing each other.
Bad news, Chris. The Rongovians aren't happy. They don't want to talk to you anymore.
I like his uniform a lot.
Who do they want to talk to?
They want to talk to Spock, of course.
Spock, we have been at these rituals 4 hours and none of them are working. We may have to seek some help with this.
There is one more chant I'd like to try. We might need a gong.
They're so good at being each other. It's unbelievable. It's like, and Ethan Peck's doing a slightly like feminine voice.
These are my quarters. Anyone who comes here will expect me to answer the door.
I know how a door works. Spock, I do not like hijinks.
In that we are in agreement. But it appears that hijinks are the most logical course of action. If there is an emergency, then of course you must speak with Spock. Who is right there?
Yeah, I can see that.
I really can't talk to them, Chris. I'm engaged.
I don't think you're getting it, Spock.
Now that you know, you can likely tell the very clear differences in our mannerisms.
Yeah, totally. Look, I don't know what to do about this.
Are you quite certain?
We have undergone this ritual in order to better understand each other, correct?
Yes, but then...
Then is this not an opportunity for us to do that?
Back up! Damn! Gotta be quicker, Chief.
They have like an interrogation room on the Enterprise. That seems a bit unnecessary.
Understand being nervous.
Enterprise bingo! We were doing Enterprise bingo! I heard you.
Your shore leave is revoked. You'll spend the next 2 days assigned to Chief Kyle.
No, not Chief Kyle.
He's so mean. We'll have you micro-clean.
How could he be mean? He seems like the nicest guy ever. Man, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm loving this episode so much.
What is Enterprise bingo?
No clue. Greetings, Cthulhu. T'Pring is not. That is, I am not. Never mind.
Forgive my intrusion, T'Pring. Only you can do this, T'Pring.
In order to achieve bingo, crew member must perform the series of tasks on this list. 2, 3.
Destination. Engineering.
Woo! Oh, okay, fine.
Wait.
That really stinks.
Hard to tell, but does she look pissed?
Oh, I should tell you something.
She's heading over here. Tell me what.
Oh, I might have given Spock some relationship advice. There's Chapel. Maybe talk. I'm afraid that I am now endangering T'Pring's career, as she works to save mine. There must be a medical solution. Okay, yeah.
How could there be a medical solution to this like mystical power the Vulcans have?
Are you suggesting that I should attempt to do her job? She's doing yours. Why don't you help her out? Use some of that good old Vulcan logic.
They're supposed to be observers only.
Oh, look at the Enterprise in the background. Gorgeous.
Subjugation of other cultures. As a Vulcan, I sympathize with your fears. That you will lose your culture to homogenization and a multilateral alliance like ours.
It's a noble sacrifice you've made. To spend so much time away from your own culture.
It is?
Yes, it is. You, Mr. Spock, are simply everything that is great about Starfleet.
Thank you, Captain.
T'Pring finally understands why it's so important that he does his duties.
I should never have put you in this position. Let's get you out of here.
Your actions have impressed us, Captain, defending your crewmen like that.
Oh, this is that criminal they were talking about?
Arjan, this is my colleague, Nurse Christine Chapel. Given your position, I would think that you would be more open-minded.
It is one thing to see strength and emotion. It is another thing.
This guy looks very familiar. I swear I've seen him in something before. I recognize his voice too.
Logic dictates that I ask if there are any circumstances under which you would accept our offer of rehabilitation.
At this point, no. Humans evolved from apes, did they not? You've kept many of their charming qualities, it would seem.
I would caution you to stop insulting my companion.
But the company you keep changed my mind.
You listen here, you...
I never got to do a cartridge transfer. Exceedingly rare.
Glucose levels steady. Cortical patterns holding. They're gonna nerve pitches for this one today.
Whoa. Man, they have amazing chemistry.
More concerned about my duty to Starfleet than to my culture or my betrothed. Half Vulcan, half human. Quite simply, Spock.
Why should we ally with your Federation?
Easy. You shouldn't.
Chris.
Why would you turn our enemies into your enemies? The Federation has lots to offer, sure, but it always exacts a price.
Thank you.
What the hell was Pike's plan here? Obviously he's playing some sort of game with them.
Rude to the Tellarites.
Logical with the Vulcans.
And deeply logical when talking to a Vulcan.
So...
And then it occurred to me, what if this was a diplomatic technique? They responded positively when I took Spock's side. Maybe they're just looking for somebody to take their point of view.
They're flying our flag.
Looks like we have a new ally.
Oh, the music.
Hell of a job, Chris.
One thing's for sure. No one's signed the Scorch like this before.
How the hell are they standing on the hull of the ship?
I'm 100% sure the force field will hold.
Oh, it's a force field.
The oldest, unreplaced piece of the Enterprise's hull.
I enjoyed being Mr. Spock for a day.
In the spirit of total honesty, I should probably tell you that I punched the barge on.
Having met him, that is logical.
Maybe try that
Oh,
next time you're
I see that Endoran in the background.
Try what?
being honest.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. No.
She's got it in for Spock. Not surprising. Okay, what a fantastic episode. That is easily my favorite episode of the show so far. I mean, I was smiling ear to ear almost the entire time. It was so good. It was exactly what I was hoping for, a little more lighthearted episode after the Gorn incident last episode. It was the plot was ridiculous. The Freaky Friday thing with Spock and T'Pring. They were acting each other so perfectly. They have amazing chemistry. I'm sorry, I don't know the actress who plays T'Pring, but she's fantastic. And obviously so is Ethan Peck. Their mannerisms and everything, they even mentioned that, but just the way they were acting as each other was incredible. The other plot line with the Rangosians was classic Trek. They were negotiating, and the fact that their negotiation ploy was that they wanted people to react, or to sort of understand them and react in their own way. So that was very great. I loved it. And then we also got Chapel, and her sort of life is very tumultuous. And we got a hint at the end that she's got a little bit of a crush on Spock, which we know from the original series, but I can understand why now, because they have a very fun relationship. And certainly Spock seems to like to tease her a little bit, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, this episode was just fantastic. I was just grinning. I loved every single moment of it. It's probably, actually no, I'm going to say it right now, it's already one of my favorite Star Trek episodes ever. Loved it. Oh, and the thing with the whole thing with number one and Lon trying to prove that they're not killjoys was great with doing the Enterprise bingo. Them interrogating the Ensign Christina and the Bolian girl was great. And then walking on the hull and signing the Scorch, the one piece of Enterprise hull that's never been replaced. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. All of the character pairings in this episode they were perfect. Literally perfect. I cannot think of a single complaint about this episode. Even down to the fact that Pike was wearing Kirk's command wrap, green command wrap. Fantastic. I think the production design of this show is unbelievably fantastic. I cannot understate how great I think it is. It's so retro. I love it. And we got to see Robert April again. I didn't. We saw him in the first episode, came back. That was nice. Wasn't expecting that. And he's also fantastic. It's nice to see anything for that character finally, which we have never seen before, except for the first episode where we get a little bit. I mean, flawless. Perfect episode for me. 10 out of 10. I don't know what. I mean, we're halfway through the show now. I don't know how they could top this episode, honestly, in my opinion. But if they do, good on them. If not, the show is still incredible. Can't wait till next week. Thanks for watching.